I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good day, Nancy Gordon. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I am doing really well, and it is a wonderful day here in San Diego.
Wow, well, that's great. It's good to know that you're in San Diego. Are the
Hmm.
fires affecting you in any way?
They've been a little scary. There's been some that are closer than I thought they would get, but most of the fire problems are east and north of me.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we do send the love to everyone that's going through
Oh,
that now. Yeah.
for sure.
Well, do tell us, my friend, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Well, I have a talent in connecting deeply with others and in providing inspiration and motivation for people to transform their challenges into triumphs.
Who did you learn that from?
I'm a licensed clinical social worker and a life coach, but I really learned a lot about transforming my own challenges through my rare breed service dogs,
Oh,
Mexican
really?
hairless.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I'm really seeing a dog here in this picture. It's a bit blurry. Two dogs, actually.
Uh-huh, exactly. Mother daughter.
Oh, really? Well, tell us more.
Yeah.
Tell us how you do that, please.
Well, I think animals and for me, my dogs really model a lot about what life is really about. And I have a health challenge with fibromyalgia, and I ended up getting after a while. I ended up getting my dog Toaster, who really kind of took me by the leash and led me down a whole new path that transformed my life in being able to work again or work towards working again at that time. And she had a litter that was actually filmed. Her pregnancy and her whelping was filmed by Animal Planet. They did a documentary on us. And out of her litter, I ended up getting one of the puppies back because she had a bad knee. And Pink was her name. She taught me so many things about dealing with limitations because she ended up having a knee surgery that failed, and then 3 months later she had to have her leg amputated. I had to make that decision because she fractured the femur above it, and watching her just from the get-go of dealing with her limitations really inspired me, motivated me to deal with mine differently.
That's amazing. So, how tall was Pink? Or is
How tall?
Pink? Yeah.
No, Pink and Toaster both passed last year, 9 months
Oh,
apart. Yeah, it's very hard. I hope I don't cry. But how tall is she? She was about 10-pound, small dog,
okay. So
and
she's small.
hairless.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, it's a hairless breed.
Yeah. Yeah, I visited a friend recently in Tennessee, and he had a similar dog. She got blind. She's blind right now, though. But
Mm.
she is amazing. Like to see her. So I'm attempting to imagine what your experience must have been like to see her. She's like a real human, just living there, and
Yes.
she when it's time to go, well, she goes to her cage, right, to her little kennel. And it was like so fascinating for me seeing that. We usually do not have dogs in our homes in Trinidad, in the Caribbean here.
Oh,
It
oh,
was it
wow.
was fascinating to see the interaction. So I can
Oh,
definitely imagine what you've
yes.
experienced.
Yes, it's a very deep relationship, and it's just fundamentally, the foundation is unconditional love. It's really amazing to have an animal, like my dogs, really express their love no matter what was going on. Just it really is very transformational in terms of knowing and learning how to love unconditionally other people.
And tell us one other thing, my friend, you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Let's see. I guess I've practiced what I preach, what I've been talking about. I've had a lot of challenges, and so consistently what I've done is practice my own steps that I developed out of this journey through writing a workbook called 7 Steps of Hope and Healing. So that's been a big part of my daily life, is practicing what I preach.
How does that make you feel?
Very proud. One of the steps is never give up and believe in yourself. And another step that relates to this is reinventing yourself. Those 2 steps were really a big part of my healing on the emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. And I'm proud that I didn't just settle for how my life was limited by my physical condition.
Yeah.
So
I love how you're not calling it a disability, which is usually the term people
yes,
use, right? It's a
right.
challenge, right? Or a condition. I love that. It's a mind
exactly.
shift. You're doing a mind shift, aren't you?
My work is all about mind shift, mindset, and it's really, your thoughts are everything.
Yes.
And it shapes, how you go about your life every day, what you're thinking. And sometimes it's hard to change those mindsets. It's a challenge, but it really is, I think, the key to life.
Yeah, it's possible, just like Pink, right? Doing what she
Yes,
needed to do
exactly.
in the midst
Just
of her challenges.
right. What she taught me about living with a condition or a limitation is how to do what you love to do or used to do before that, and do it just differently.
Yeah, that's a fascinating. I love it. And Nancy, where's the best place for someone to connect with you who is intrigued by what you've expressed here today?
I have a website called nancygordonglobal.com. That's my name, Nancy, Nancygordonglobal.com.
Wonderful.
And I use global because I really do want to reach the whole world.
I love it. Words are powerful, aren't they?
Pardon me?
Words are powerful, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
And there we go. So Nancy Gordon Global, she's putting it into the saying, if you would. She's speaking it into being. That's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Nancy, let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Nancy, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I remember my mom taking my younger sister, and I to a bookmobile. Now I'm probably dating myself because they don't have bookmobiles for a long time. But it used to come like in a parking lot of like a grocery store parking lot, and we would go once a week and take out books, and then she would read those to us. And then we'd go back the next week and return them and get more books. I think it really started and anchored my love of books and writing.
How old were you?
I think I probably must have been 5 or 6.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, I love to write. Writing is one of my favorite ways of working with people through my writing. And I think a love of books and learning and getting exposed to other cultures and other environments or other ideas or other mysteries that I wouldn't necessarily connect with or know about. So I think it just broadens my experience of life.
Nancy, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with that memory?
Yes, please.
I love the idea of the multiple uses of one thing. So there's the book, and you would have used the book and returned it. And the individual who would have used it before you would have used it for a reason and returned it. But to see that something that wasn't as new as it was before, something that was used, if you would, could be still utilized to empower another in such a magnificent way.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
You're
And
welcome.
it's so true. It's like a gift that keeps giving.
Exactly. So to see you being the individual who has a challenge but has decided that I can still give, to see Pink, as Pink stood there saying, "Hey, I'm still a dog, right? I may not have my 4 appendages, but I have 3 legs. I'm still going to be who I can be to you, Nancy,
Yes.
as her master." To see that, and now to see you use that same skill through writing to ensure that others are able to access it through your coaching as well, is amazing how it connects.
Oh, thank you. I wrote her story in a children's book, it's my first children's book called Pink, the Three-Legged Dog Who Lost Her Leg and Found Her Courage.
Oh, love
And
it.
I didn't have to really write any of it because it really was her story as I saw her live her life. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Nancy, if we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
I remember I had a lot of songs because I listened to music a lot, but I remember a lot connected with my best friend called actually 2 songs, "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" and an old song called "Sunny" because we kind of had that mother-daughter kind of relationship with each other at some time.
It's amazing how those connect, right? I mean, ain't no mountain
Yeah.
high enough,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah. That's really astute of you because I didn't connect that with what I'm doing now, what my life has been like. A lot of mountains climbing.
Yeah, love it. All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Nancy?
Yes.
Nancy, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, I have.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Sometimes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Mm, it's probably more.
If you, Nancy, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Nancy Gordon, what would you say that is?
I wrote a greeting card called Recipe for Life's Lemonade. And it goes, combine an ounce each of positive intention, patience, and perseverance, mix with a cup of faith, top with gratitude, and savor each sip.
Love it. You get fancy Nancy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nancy, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I'd be delighted to hear some feedback from anyone about their experience of this conversation and open up another one.
Nancy Gordon, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much, Angel. It's been an honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.